So now I want to present you the pack inside the Infinite battery. It's a beta version, so because in the final version we are gonna make it smaller. So we are gonna reduce the size of the BMS, and also we are gonna integrate this part, which we call the I/O, in and out, inside the BMS. So the BMS is gonna be 6 centimeters long, and instead of being on the top, it's gonna be on the bottom. And this will enable us to lower the height of the battery of about 2 centimeters. So that's work in progress. It should be done by the end of August. At the moment, everything is working with this version, and it has been tested. So I remind you, we have about 1,000 battery with quite exactly the same electronic as this one. And this is a working prototype. So what you see here is the BMS. So this is the output connector that goes to the bottom here. Here you have the power stage where you have all the MOSFETs. We're going to reduce the number of MOSFETs here. The power comes from the pack from the side connector here and there. This one is useless. And the measurement comes from those pins here and there. At this stage, you have the ESP32, which enables us to have the Wi-Fi and the Bluetooth. And then on this card, you have the I/O. It's not only LEDs, it's many more stuff which makes the difference. On this board, you have a buzzer. Why a buzzer? Because when you have fleets of vehicles and you manage 1,000 battery inside the warehouse, you want sometime to find one particular battery, and making a battery noisy can be really helpful. So that's the buzzer. You have a detector of opening. So if you open the battery, you can detect it. You have a very nice feature, which is a humidity sensor, which measures the level of humidity inside the casing. So I showed you that our casing seems really waterproof. It's not seems, it is IP68. However, we never know. Something can break, you can have a valve that's leaking, and if you have water inside your battery, it's better to know it. So humidity sensor. And last but not least, the accelerometer that we've put was normally here to detect some free fall in order to know if the battery has been dropped on the ground. However, it's very nice to have this accelerometer because it enables us to remove any need from the button. So, because the button is really a pain, it's always stuck. Water comes through the button. So here you have no button. What you do is just, as soon as you move, the battery detects that you touched it, and it turns on. On the rest of the time, you always have power. So if, for example, you pull some power out of the battery, it will turn on automatically. When you look at the pack, so it's a typical gouache pack. So instead of the spot welding, you see all those contacts on the side of the battery. And you can see also the measurement traces that replace the wires. And we are able to have many sensors of temperature onto the pack. So here, after this part is called the spacer. It's 2 parts in plastic with those earrings, we call them like this, that are fitting inside those places so that the pack doesn't move inside the battery. It's very well imagined, because normally they put foam, they put glue inside the pack. Here it's very neat. So I guess we've made the round, and I remember you can just plug your pack like so, and after you have your battery like here.